Hello, Pisces. I wanted to say Pisces and Spices at the same time, and that was not going to come out of my mouth. So, my Spices friends, my Pisceses. Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. I still have my orthodontic device in my mouth, so bear with me. I'm a little kermuffled. The fairies. We are going to go into the fairy deck, and we are going to ask a fairy to come forward and speak with you about your journey. Then we're going to go into the tarot. We're going to find out what the fairy would like you to release, what the fairy would like you to consider embracing. The fairy is going to divulge a little bit of hidden factor energy that you are unaware of. And then the fairy is also going to tell you what energy is approaching you. So that's what we're going to get into. There is an extended at the end of this reading. The link is at the top of the description if you are drawn to it. And it's one of my favorite weeks for extendeds because it's all about your inner child that speaks to you. So in the extended, we go into the fairy deck again, but the card that comes out is the archetypal energy of your inner child. What your inner child is, your deeper soul. And then we're going to find out what your inner child is asking of you, how you're actually responding, but how your inner child, your deeper soul would really like you to respond. So that was in that. So if the wee fairies would cooperate and we could get started for the Spices. And the Oakmen keep splitting with you here. They keep hanging on for the split. They're still there. One card for Pisces. One card for Pisces. Oh, it's too many. It's 3. I'm going to look quick at what you have, but we're not using them. You had Lays of the Shadow. Oh, that's like the social worker. That's like the social worker goes into the darkness. The Master Maker. He goes like very Aries energy. Initiating. Oh, that gnome. That's a shit in life that really frustrates you when you have a flat tire and you're already late. So whoever needs to see that. But I want one. Because these are in-depth readings. I can't get to like half a dozen fairies, guys. Come on, one fairy. One fairy. One main fairy card for Pisces. Oh, my nose has gotten like all like tickly and runny. Oh, the Singer of the Chalice is so your energy. Whoa. Look at that. The Singer of the Chalice. Just feels so Ace of Cups, doesn't it? It feels so Ace of Cups, but taking flight, like illumination. Let's go to the book and see what words I can stumble over for you to give you the description. 12. Oh, beautiful. Really beautiful. The Singer of the Chalice. Trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. Oh, my nose is getting itchy. That must be good. The singer holds the chalice from which a rainbow of energies pours like the richest wine. Trust, love, patience. These are things we think of having or not having. We even give ourselves credit for having them, as if we made them ourselves. And yet they are natural energies of the cosmos, which flow through the chalice and through us when we are open to them, and flow around us when we are blocking them. People often think that love and hate are 2 sides of the same emotional coin. But that isn't quite true. Love is not simply the absence of hate, nor is hate the absence of love. They're altogether different things, and as can easily be seen. When we are angry, it wears us out and leaves us feeling like less than we were. But when we love, it energizes us, and we feel larger and richer than we were before that burst of love began flowing through us. This is because anger comes from within, burning from our own substance, while love is an energy that flows through us, enlightening and expanding us. So, for the reading, With the help of the Singer of the Chalice and of the fairies, you, too, can get this one feeling that is all the good feelings in one. Unconditional love, trust, hope, healing, patience, and so on. Open is open. Be open. If you don't know how, ask. It is right there. Whoa, that's really good. That's nice energy. It feels like really the opportunity for you to connect, because again, love is all around. Love is the energy of the universe. That is what has created the universe and life and existence. And if you think about it, like something like hate or any heavy negative energies, when we think of the devil too, that is the energy within us. But I'm feeling too, like for you to be, this is like moving into a cycle here where you are given the opportunity to truly feel this experience in love, in this unconditional, it's almost like just something brought to you by divine, right? Like something brought to you by divine. And it can be felt and it can be witnessed because you are not sitting in a heavy vibrational energy that is not, that is the opposite of it, right? Like you are aligning yourself up with how the universe communicate. I always say like the vibrational frequency, but that vibrational frequency of the universe is love. So let's get into the tarot. Find out what you're being asked to release, what the Singer of the Chalice would like you to release, what the Singer of the Chalice would like you to embrace, what a hidden factor is that you are unaware of, and the energy that is approaching you. Okay. It's funny, I've been so clumsy lately, and this is such a difficult deck to work with, but it was the one I was called to use, which is funny because it's not a good combination with me being clumsy and it being so big. Queen of Earth is on the bottom and then it's reversed. Very grounded. Very safe. I'm hearing very safe energy. I'm feeling too that there's going to be a lot of communication and power in your clarifiers. So what you're being asked to release is the Eight of Air, like the Eight of Swords. This card is really, it's very similar to the Eight of Swords in a typical tarot where someone is surrounded by swords, they're blindfolded, kind of tied up. They feel like they can't move, they can't do anything, they can't go where they want to go. But that's usually based on some sort of psychological thought process that's happening that's kind of imprisoned you, or a belief system that may have imprisoned you. Or, you know, too, it just doesn't feel like the right time to do it. And maybe it's not. So you are sitting in the Eight of Swords. You are kind of feeling like, I don't really feel like I have a choice to move forward. But, like, she's sitting on top of the cloud and there's no one else around her and it feels like everyone's down below. It's time to jump off and fly. You've got the wings to do it. So what is this a release? This Singer of the Chalice, the Singer of the Chalice is asking you to release feeling imprisoned or trapped. Allow yourself to flow forward. So what are you being asked to embrace? This is Seven of Earth. This is a really intriguing Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles card. See how he's looking at the little pixie? Like the communication. Seven of Earth is kind of figuring out a plan. Coming up with a plan. How should you invest moving forward? Where should you invest your energy and how? Now with the little pixie, that's why I feel like embrace, watch for signs and synchronicities. Watch for opportunities. This will be connected to creating some sort of a plan to move forward. Are the signs and synchronicities here? Embrace that. Really look, like, I don't mean like look and try to fit everything into, oh, that means this or this. Just, you know, play cool. Just play cool And it just sort of feels like when the opportunity is there, take it. Take the opportunity. Add it to your little suitcase. Your little, I want to say, like, what are those belts that, like, workers wear? Like, it's a utility belt. When the opportunity is there, add it to your accoutrement of... I'm not getting them. You know what I'm trying to say? Oh, man. I was doing so well in Aquarius. I feel like I'm a... That's what it is. I feel like I'm a lack for words in your reading. It's kind of like it's just not coming out the way you want to say it. Or it's just something. It's just not coming out the way you want to say it. Maybe you're being asked to embrace that. Like, don't hold back because you're afraid it's not going to come out the right way somehow. Like, don't hold back because you're afraid it's going to come out the wrong way. However that plays out to you, like, embrace that. Embrace the stumble. There you go. I just did it. I just in front of thousands of you. If I can do that, you can do it. So hidden factors that you were unaware of is the Two of Air, the Two of Swords, indecision. Or at least seeming like you're indecisive. I like to say when you're not making a choice, you really are making a choice. You're making a choice not to make a choice. And if, you know, if the option is vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream, and you just can't choose between the two of them, so you sit there, and you think about it, and you hum and you haw, and people go in front of you because, yeah, no, I haven't decided yet. You choose. You're choosing not to have ice cream. That's what you're choosing, right? When you sit in that indecision. If you're choosing, do I go left or do I go right? I don't know. Do I go right or do I go left? You know, people are backing up behind you on the path. Where are you going, buddy? I don't know yet. You go ahead. I don't know. So you haven't chosen whether to go right or left, but you've chosen not to move forward. Right? Like, that's why I feel like the Two of Air, if you sit in it long enough, you are making a choice. You're making a choice. You're making a choice to go without, really, at some point. Because you're not having ice cream and you're not going down the path. Is vanilla ice cream not better than no ice cream at all? Is chocolate ice cream not better than no ice cream at all? Is going down the path on the left better than just standing still and watching everyone else go down path and not really doing anything? So this is a hidden factor, and I really feel like that. Like there's some sort of choice that you're not making. You're not coming to a decision about something. But yet you kind of have. I'm just really getting that. Like you kind of have. You're choosing not to decide. Which too, if there's an opportunity here for you, which kind of feels like with the Singer of the Chalice, you're choosing not to take the opportunity. So energy that is approaching you is the Ten of Air. There's going to be an ending of something here. I like this Ten of Air though, because she's kind of blowing the... look at that. Look at it. Because you're being asked to release this Eight of Air, feeling like you can't move, kind of feeling like you're trapped. You don't have an option here. Like fly off the cloud, but maybe feel like there's so much in the way that I can't do that. There's too many feathers. It won't be safe to do it. What's approaching you here is some sort of ending. An ending to this cycle where you have the ability to remove these obstacles so that it's clear for you. The Ten of Air, the Ten of Swords, though, is a significant ending. It ends how you saw yourself before, how you're going to see yourself moving forward. Let's start clarifying. feel so serious. I feel like it just got real. Clarifiers came out. What are you being asked to release? This Eight of Air. This Eight of Air. So the clarifiers that have come with it. The Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, what is this? Okay, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace, the Knight, the Nine, independent, very independent, sovereign kind of energy. The Knight of Cups, moving forward, movement based on feelings, emotions, intuition. And then the Eight of Cups, like kind of removing yourself from your feelings, kind of removing yourself from your feelings and energies and pulling away. Pulling away. So release this. Yeah, it feels like some sort of sovereign, independent energy is behind you to make the choice to move forward with your heart. To move forward with your intuition. To move forward with your deeper self, guiding you. And the Eight of Cups, it's like, well, I don't want to take that anywhere except just keep it with myself. Which is kind of contained. It's very self-contained, which would explain the Eight of Air. So release that. Yes, you're being asked to release it. The Singer of the Chalice, because this is about release, but you're not releasing your chalice. Perhaps you are part of this divine energy too. I mean, we all are. So you're holding it in. You're holding it in. It's not being shared. It's just this, there is a desire to share it. I mean, that is a natural human trait, is to share deep feelings and emotions. Because that is what our soul is. But there is the obstacle of separation from all things in this existence, right? When we are in our body, you are no longer at least as easily connected with others. So what you're being asked to embrace here is this strategy, really, is like a strategy. Follow the signs and synchronicities, include those in your strategy. Look for the obvious, look for the openings. You have the Six of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Now here, what I really like about this reading is you have like really good cup energy. You have cup energy, which is nice when I'm reading for like a sign that is associated with the cups. It really tells me that you are trying to move forward. You are trying to make decisions, progression in your life based on energies and elements that really do represent you. So wanting to, what were these again? Yeah, the Seven of Cups. So this is like not sure how to move forward in a way that is connected with your deeper self. There's so many possibilities, it's a little bit confusing. If you're really, really connecting with your inner child, your deeper self, your soul here with the Six of Cups, for your strategy, your intuition, but it's meeting the Seven of Cups, it tells me that the ego is still somehow in place. Because the inner child would know. It wouldn't be held back. Your soul really knows what the plan is here. There shouldn't be this confusion with the Seven of Cups to get it to a new beginning. Like a new clear, vibrant, exciting beginning with the Ace of Wands. So you're looking for something that makes you feel alive. This is what I feel with the Ace of Wands. Something that makes you feel alive. A new beginning that makes you feel alive. To embrace this feeling of life, of passion, creativity, of flow. The hidden factor that you aren't aware of, right, with this Two of Air. Not choosing, not sure how to move forward. Getting stuck on the path to go left or to go right. You have another Ace. Yeah, so you have the Ace of Wands and you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Six of Pentacles. The Judgment card. And the Ace of Pentacles. There's an indecision here based on a need to give from a higher place. Based on an obligation you have to others, I'm hearing. With the Six of Pentacles. You want to, like, have a new beginning. You want to have a new beginning that's real, that's tangible, that doesn't have something to do with just how you feel day to day. Like, it's just not how I feel day to day. I want this actually to be real. Like, something in my life that I wake up to and I see and it's part of my life. Like, it's really part of my life. But because of the Judgment card and the Six of Pentacles, like, I feel like there's some sort of necessity for you to give. There's more here to consider than just you, than just your judgment, because there's a whole bunch of people involved in this. And the Six of Pentacles is about balance, achieving balance in how we give and take to others. But that also may be because I just see one person, like, giving to one person here. There could be a situation where you are required to give of yourself to others because you are in either a position of authority or advantage in some way. So this is affecting you. You may not be totally aware of how much it's affecting you in your decision. Because your Ace of Pentacles is your new beginning, like real three-dimensional tangible. It's not just, oh, I have an Ace of Wands. Things are going great. I feel really good. I'm feeling creative, feeling like I got my mojo, and then that's gone tomorrow. This is something that you've created that's now real in your life. It could be a relationship. It could be a new home. It could be a new job. It could be a new car. It could be a new cell phone. Whatever that is for you. But it's something real. So you wake up to it every day. No matter how you feel, you still have this new beginning. So the energy that is approaching you is the Ten of Air. This is closing. I like that it says something to do with the ego, with the Ten of Air. Because I felt like a bit of that here, with the Six of Cups trying to get into the Seven of Cups. Your true inner self will know what you have to do. But there is, I feel like though, yeah. So it is a thinking process. It is a thinking process. When I say ego plays out for us in so many different ways. And often we hear the term ego and you just think of someone who's arrogant and they just think about themselves. And right, like there's so much more to it than that. It's a protective mechanism to keep you safe. And even to keep others safe that either you're responsible for or that you care about. And that's coming through with the Six of Pentacles and this Judgment for me. For you to have a new beginning. You don't walk through this new beginning just on your own. It does affect others. So, the Ten of Swords. We have the Justice card, the Three of Swords, and then the Page of Cups. It's bringing some sort of an ending here to heartbreak. It's karmic balance with justice. And it's sort of like, it's funny, I'm getting like with this Page of Cups towards the Three of Swords. It feels a little bit like the initial band-aid of healing. It's like the initial band-aid of healing. Or it's the rub or the antiseptic. The first step in the healing with this Page of Cups. That's what's approaching you. The first step in healing. And this is balance. So if you continue to move forward on this path, I feel like it clears. It's clearing karmic energy. It's shifting it. It's changing it. Which is good because the change from this is something better, right? That's the healing band-aid. Sorry, the lighting has got like really weird. It's just like right here. I find your reading so serious. I don't know why it feels so serious. But it just feels, your reading feels very serious to me. Really serious thoughts here. I want to pull out and see if we get one. I did it for Aquarius. I got a single message or get a card. Just get some tarot cards specifically from the singer of the chalice. If this energy, this fairy could speak to you directly, what would it tell you? Tell me this deck is being fussy, I'll tell you that. This way. Singer of the Chalice, a direct message from the Singer of the Chalice to Pisces. A direct message from the Singer of the Chalice to Pisces. Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands. Oh, the energy in here is kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy. Right? Like, this is where we're getting the repeat. Remember the Nine of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Two of Wands and Nine of... Two of Wands is wanting to... is like thinking to yourself... Look at that. Look at how these is mirroring. Look at this. Look at these two individuals. This is so fascinating. Back to back. Look at how they're both sitting. And they're both looking at something in their hand. But they ain't going anywhere or doing nothing. One has got a bird and he's looking at the bird, and the other has a squirrel and she's looking at the squirrel. Interesting, he has the yin and yang symbol. He has a yin and the yang symbol on his sleeve. And she has the cycles of the moon on the bird feeder or bird bath here. It's got the yin and the yang, and then we can see the cycles of the moon. Okay, first I'm going to give you, then we have the Nine of Wands. So first I'm going to give you what just the outright tarot reading is of this. This is a little story of kind of sitting and looking out the window and thinking to yourself, I think there's something good out there for me. I want to go out into the world and find some opportunities. I want to find myself in situations where I have some good choices to make for me. Or I have an idea of a choice I'd like to make. I'd like to go and do that. And with the Nine of Pentacles, this is that solidarity. So a solidarity? That's really weird. That I said solidarity. Solidarity. I wanted to say sovereignty, but I said solidarity. So anyway, we'll get back to that because it's coming through with how these cards really want to be read, but I want to give you the typical tarot. So having the sovereignty here, it's single energy. You are singularly independent. You are who you depend upon, and you've created that as a foundation. So it's almost like maybe wanting to go out and do this and create that for yourself, but being very, very worn out with the idea, very, very exhausted with the concept. I don't even know how, anymore. I'm just so tired with trying to figure out how to do this for myself. That's how that comes out, just in, you pulled the Two of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. So, but what? Now let me pull this down here so you can watch me. You can watch me look at these cards. I gotta tell you, I feel like looking at this, I feel like there's two separate energies here. This Two of Wands is sitting here with the yin and the yang symbol and looking at a bird in his hand. I want to say that the bird to me represents, oh my gosh, look at the Seven of Pentacles looking at the little pixie. Receiving information. I want to say it feels like some sort of intuitive connection. Receiving information on an intuitive level, on a psychic level here, but not taking any action on that information. Because he's tied down, right? It's a Two of Wands. You're just looking out, thinking about making some movement here, finding some things to bring you choices. And wanting these choices to be in balance with who you are and where you're going in life with the yin and the yang. And now it's almost like mirroring. Are you seeing that? Like it's almost like mirroring someone. Because they're both doing the same damn thing. They're both doing the same damn thing. And the Nine of Pentacles, I want to say, is also sitting there and, you know, maybe looking at what they've created and what they've built. But it's singular energy. And looking at the little squirrel, it's the cutest damn thing with a little hood on his head. It really is kind of cute and funny. But she's bored with it. It's like, I mean, it's just freaking magic. It's like magic in this person's hand. But maybe if all you get is this magic with no one to share it with too, I want to say maybe. Because there's a weird mirroring going on. This is like a whole other part of a reading that the Singer of the Chalice wants to bring through. But then it's defensive. It's defensive. It's tired. It's got a lot of boundaries up. You can't, like it's a wand. But the Singer of the Chalice wants cups. Because the cup, this cup, oh, this is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. This energy reminds me an awful lot of the Aquarius reading. It's like, it's the energy of the reading is like that. Where it's time to move forward, is really what I'm getting. Because it's like sitting here with his defenses. Sitting here feeling like kind of exhausted and depleted and not really knowing what to do anymore. It's literally almost like two people not talking to each other. It's like two people not talking to each other. Two people not talking to each other, but maybe trying to talk through spirit guides. I don't know how else to read that. That is really crazy. That is so crazy. But it's becoming like, it's, oh yeah, it's like telephone. It's playing telephone. At some point, the messages get messed up a little bit. At some point, you know, it could also be like, it's like two kids in high school. They really like each other, but they're too shy to tell one another that. So their friends are the ones involved back and forth with the messages. And so her friend tells his friend, and then his friend tells him, and then he tells his... Anyways, I'm going to leave that at that. That's like, that's crazy. That really is what that feels like to me. Take that as you will. See how that fits. Because there's a couple ways to read that. But the real intuitive, pictorial way with these cards, I feel is the strongest message coming through on that. So I'm pushing these down here. I'm going to get ready to go into the extended because I think it's going to be really interesting. And I'm nosy as hell. So you know that. I'm a very nosy tarot reader. I can keep a good secret, but that's why, you know, the High Priestess and all. So, thank you, Pisces. That was very intriguing. Very intriguing. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.